Hello students. Next point is cyclic groups. Definition: cyclic group. A group G is said to be cyclic if there is an element A belongs to G such that G is the set of A raised to n such that n belongs to Z. The element A is called as the generator of G. If G is a cyclic group generated by A, then we write this as G is set generated by A. For example, additive group of integers G equal to Z with respect to addition. If we take A equal to 1 and when G equal to A raised to n such that n belongs to Z, then we say that G is cyclic group. Here we take A equal to 1 means 1 raised to n such that n belongs to Z, and in additive group A raised to n equal to A plus and so on plus A n times, which is equal to n into A. For the additive group A raised to n equal to n into A means here n into 1 such that n belongs to Z means this set nothing but the, when we put n equal to 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 we get 0 1 2 and so on. Here minus 1 minus 2 and so on. Similarly, if A equal to minus 1, the set G becomes minus 1 raised to n such that n belongs to Z, and when we putting n equal to 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 in this n into minus 1 we get 0 1 2 and so on, minus 1 minus 2 and so on, whole set Z, which is equal to Z means 1 and minus 1 are the generators of Z. Therefore, Z equal to generated by 1 and generated by minus 1. That is, Z is generated by, therefore Z is generated by 1 and minus 1. And by definition of cyclic groups, in Z there is an element 1 and minus 1 which are generated Z. Therefore, Z is cyclic group. Now see the next example. Is the group Z6 a cyclic group? If so, find its generator. Here given Z6, so we take binary operation is addition. So G equal to Z6. Z6 is the set of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In Z6, put A equal to 1, then A raised to n such that n belongs to Z equal to 1 raised to n such that n belongs to Z, which is equal to n into 1, n belongs to Z, means put n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we put n equal to 6, we get n into 1 equal to 6 into 1, but in Z6, 6 equal to 0, and in this set we cannot repeat the numbers, so we take only the number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is nothing but the Z6. So Z6 is generated by 1. Also, A equal to 5, we get the set A raised to n belongs to Z equal to 5 raised to n such that n belongs to Z, which is equal to n into 5 such that n belongs to Z. Now put n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, we get 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and so on, which is equal to 0, 5, 10 in Z6 is nothing but the 4, 15 are the 3, 20 in Z6 2, 25 in Z6 1, 30 in Z6 0, 35 in Z6 5 and so on. Means from here the numbers are repeated, so we take only 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We stop here. This is nothing but the Z6, means Z6 is generated by 1 and generated by 5. Similarly, if we take A equal to 2 in Z6, which is belongs to Z6, therefore A raised to n such that n belongs to Z, which is equal to n into A such that n belongs to Z. A raised to n equal to n into A only in the additive group. A equal to 2, n belongs to Z. Put n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. We get 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 and so on. Now in Z6 we get 0, 2, 4. 6 is nothing but the 0. 8 in Z6 is 2. 12 in Z6 0 and so on. 10 in Z6 2. Similarly, means number are repeated here, so here only 0, 2, 4 means which is not equal to Z6, so 2 is not generator of Z6. Therefore A equal to 1 and 5 are the generators of Z6, so Z6 is cyclic group. Now see the next example. Consider Z10 star equal to 1 bar, 3 bar, 7 bar, 9 bar. With respect to multiplication modulo 10, is it a cyclic group? And justify. A raised to n in multiplication, it cannot convert into n into A. A raised to n is A raised to n in multiplication. So if we take A equal to 1 and 1 raised to n, when we multiply 1 in n times, we get always 1. So 1 is not generator of Z10 star with respect to multiplication modulo 10. If we take A equal to 3, then 3 raised to n is 3 raised to 1 equal to 3, 3 raised to 2 equal to 3 into 3 equal to 9, 3 raised to 3 equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 27, 3 raised to 4 equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 4 times equal to 81. In Z10 star, 27 equal to 7 and 81 is 1 in Z10 star. After that, when we calculate 3 raised to 5, 3 raised to 6, the numbers are repeated. Which numbers? 3, 9, 7, 1. So we stop here. Therefore, 3 raised to n belongs to Z equal to 3, 9, 7, 1, which is nothing but the Z10 star. So 3 is the generator of Z10 star. Therefore Z10 star is cyclic group under multiplication. Next point is proof that every cyclic group is abelian. Let G be a cyclic group under binary operation star. Let G star be a cyclic group such that G equal to set generated by A. G is cyclic group means G is in the form of A raised to n such that n belongs to Z. Let xy belongs to G means x equal to A raised to m, y equal to A raised to n, m n belongs to Z. To show that G is abelian, that is to show that x star y equal to y star x. X star y equal to x is a raised to m, star y is a raised to n, which is equal to a raised to m plus n, because bases are equal, so we add powers. A raised to m plus n, m and n belongs to Z, therefore m plus n equal to n plus m, because addition is commutative in Z, which is equal to a raised to n star a raised to m, where a raised to n equal to y, a raised to m equal to x, y star x. Therefore we get x star y equal to y star x. Therefore G is abelian. G is abelian. Now see the next example. Prove that subgroup of cyclic group is cyclic. First we take G is a cyclic group, and then we show that H is subgroup which is cyclic. Let G star be a cyclic group, such that G is generated by A, means G is in the form of a raised to n, such that n belongs to Z. Let H be a subgroup of G. Let H be a subgroup of G. If H equal to singleton identity, then H is cyclic subgroup generated by E, because singleton E equal to E. Set generated by E is nothing but the whole set E. Therefore, which implies H is cyclic subgroup generated by E. If H is not equal to singleton identity and H is subgroup of G, G is in the form of a raised to n such that n belongs to Z, means H have the element in the form of a raised to n such that n belongs to Z. Then a raised to n belongs to Z for some integer n. For some integer n. Let m be the least positive integer. Let m be the least positive integer such that a raised to m belongs to H. To show that H equal to set generated by a raised to m. Now let a raised to n be any element in H. A raised to n be any element in H. By division algorithm on m and n, there exists q r belongs to Z, such that n equal to mq plus r. Condition is 0 less equal r less than m, which implies r can be written as r equal to n minus mq. This two r equals means a raised to r equal to a raised to n minus mq also equal. This can be written as a raised to n into a raised to minus mq, which is equal to a raised to n into a raised to m raised to minus q. A raised to n belongs to H, a raised to m belongs to H, and H is subgroup of G. That's why their multiplication also belongs to H. Means this right hand side belongs to H, means left hand side also belongs to H. A raised to r belongs to H, which is contradiction, because here we take m be the least positive integer such that a raised to m belongs to H, but here a raised to r belongs to H we get, but condition is that 0 less equal r less than m. here we already said that m is the least positive integer, but here we get r is the least positive integer such that a raised to r belongs to h, which is contradiction to a raised to m belongs to h. That is which is contradiction to m is the least positive such number, m is least positive integer such that a raised to m belongs to h. Therefore r must be 0, r must be 0. Therefore n equal to mq plus r becomes n equal to mq when we putting r equal to 0. n equal to mq means a raised to n equal to a raised to mq, which is equal to a raised to m raised to q, means a raised to n elements are in the form of a raised to m raised to q, means this set H is generated by a raised to m, that is every element in H is a power of a raised to m, hence H is generated by a raised to m. Now see our next theorem. Let G be a group and let A belongs to G. If A has infinite order, then a raised to I equal to a raised to j if and only if I equal to j. Second, if A has finite order say n, then generated of A equal to set of E, A square and so on a raised to n minus 1, and a raised to I equal to a raised to j if and only if n divides I minus j. For first proof is given A has infinite order, means order of A equal to infinity. Suppose given statement is if and only type, so here we suppose a raised to I equal to a raised to j, then we show that I equal to j, and conversely we suppose I equal to j and show that a raised to I equal to a raised to j. Suppose I equal to j, which implies a raised to I equal to a raised to j, and conversely suppose a raised to I equal to a raised to j. A raised to I equal to a raised to j means a raised to I, a raised to minus j equal to a raised to j, a raised to minus j, which is equal to a raised to I minus j equal to a raised to j minus j equal to a raised to 0, which is nothing but the identity, means we get a raised to I minus j equal to identity. But order of A equal to infinity means, that is, there does not exist a non-zero number or integer n such that a raised to n equal to identity. But here we get a raised to I minus j equal to identity, means I minus j must be 0. Therefore I minus j equal to 0, which implies I equal to j. Now for the second, if A has finite order say n, then the set generated by A equal to the set of E, A square and so on a raised to n minus 1, and a raised to I equal to a raised to j if and only if n divides I minus j. Here given that A has finite order, then we have to show that these two are equals, and next this statement is if and only if type. So first we suppose a raised to I equal to a raised to j, then we show that n divides I minus j, and conversely we suppose n divides I minus j and then show that a raised to I equal to a raised to j. For second, proof. Given order of A equal to n, that is A raised to n equal to identity. Now to show that the set generated by A equal to the set of E, A square and so on A raised to n minus 1, that is to show that the set generated by A is subset of E, A square and so on A raised to n minus 1 and the set E, A square and so on A raised to n minus 1 subset of set generated by A. We know that set generated by A is in the form of A raised to n such that n belongs to Z. Means this set is in the form of E, A square, A cube and so on. That means this set E, A square and so on A raised to n minus 1 is subset of this set, and this set is nothing but the set generated by A. Now take any arbitrary element of set generated by A raised to k belongs to set generated by A. By division algorithm on k and n, there exist integers q, r belongs to z such that k equal to n q plus r 0 less equal r less than n, the condition of r and n. Now k equal to n q plus r means a raised to k equal to a raised to n q plus r. This can be written as a raised to n q into a raised to r, which is equal to a raised to n raised to q into a raised to r, but a raised to n equal to identity, put here a raised to n equal to identity e raised to q into a raised to r. Since a raised to n equal to identity raised to any element gives identity, means e into a raised to r, which is equal to a raised to r, a raised to k equal to a raised to r, and where r less than n, means 0 less equal r less than n. So this r may be e, a up to a raised to n minus 1. Therefore a raised to k belongs to the set of E, A and so on a raised to n minus 1. Therefore a raised to k is belongs to set generated by n, and here it from E, A and so on a raised to n minus 1, it goes to this set. So the set generated by A is subset of this set E, A and so on a raised to n minus 1. So by 1 and by 2 we get these two sets are equal. By 1 and 2 we get set generated by A equal to E, A up to a raised to n minus 1. Second part is, now we suppose